Hey guys, it's June 14th. We're halfway through 2023, so that's super exciting. I'm Kimberly with Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube, and today I have a ton of stuff to show you. I'm going to show you some new pattern releases. I'm going to show you progress. I have tons of stuff I've stitched, and then I've got lots of things that Cheryl has fully finished. So we've got lots of stuff to show you, and in each section I'm going to go through every single thing that's in the project. So the first one that I get to show you is June Stackables. So this is a brand new release. If you're in the It's So Emma June Stackables Club, it shipped to you earlier this month. Now the paper is available as a paper and a PDF. And what's really exciting is now the wooden paddle boards are back in stock. So that's in stock, and then each of these bows were made by Priscilla. And then this one's Cheryl's piece. So Cheryl's piece we finished with magnets and washers. So this is Cheryl's piece, and so if you're in the club, you should have already received it. If you're not, you can order it online as paper or PDF. And then I finished my piece. So this is my piece next to Cheryl's. And so just move that. She stitches 1X at a time, where I just do the loop method, and so it's just so crazy because I didn't use any kind of floss conditioner, and my stitching is just so much darker than hers. So it's always just, I mean, look at the flip-flops. It's just so interesting to see how ours come out so different. So, and I'm excited that we have the boards back in stock. And then Denise finished my May. So I am all caught up, and then next week you guys will get to see a sneak peek of the July Stackable. So that'll be super exciting. All of these I have finished on marbled white pine board, and then on the back of the pattern we list the grunge fabric that's used here, and it's right here. And then we stitched on 14 count marbled white pine board. And on both samples that I stitched and on the samples that Cheryl stitched, we stitched using Classic Colorworks, but there is a DMC conversion also. So now I have half of these done, so that's super exciting. And next week you'll get to see July's. And then also this came out a couple of weeks ago. So if you are in the Chicken Club by Lori HOLT, you would have received this already. The chickens are ready to fly the coop right into your needlework. This is based off of Lori's chicken salad quilt. And there are going to be 12 patterns of these. So there'll be a total of 12 chickens. And if you're in the club, you already received it. If not, the Prudence pattern shipped at the beginning of the month, and now it's available to everyone who is not in the club. And on this one, this is stitched on barley 25 count Lugana using DMC. And we just, we have a thread pack that will work for the entire year. So if you want the entire year, and then we have the cute little needle minder that matches the first chicken. So this one is Prudence. And Lori finished this in a simple frame from Amazon that we list on the back of the pattern. This is one of her flea market prints, and this is one of her vintage trims. And the frame's pretty cool because it's a less expensive frame, but it will actually sit up if you want to. So that is the 6th one in the chickens. And then the next thing I get to show you is, we kind of teased it before, but now we can actually show it to you a little bit more. So this is our Evergreen Mystery Stitch Along. It's brand new. It's gonna start sometime later in the summer, so probably July. This one is tied to a fabric collection, so we'll release the Stitch Along to go along with the fabric. And now we have everything in stock. So you can download the supply list on our blog or our website. Our blog is Jolly Jabber. Our website is Fat Quarter Shop. If you want to make it exactly like this one, which Cheryl stitched, we now have the thread pack. The thread pack is Classic Colorworks thread. We stitched on the natural Witchell 14 count. And it's the same fabric we stitched on last year's piece so that they would look similar. We came out with a really cute enamel charm. It's called Enchanted. So you can put that on your bag. And it matches the Berry Mad for Plaid bag. So this is just meant to go on your bag. And then we also came out with a needle minder called Festively. And so with this, you could put it on your bag if you wanted. And then you can keep your needle there. So we have everything in stock now. We have the fabric, all the accessories, and this one, so we'll talk a little bit about it if you haven't done one of our mysteries. So this one's gonna be free. And what will happen is right now we have the supply list online. When it starts, we'll come out with part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and you just come back each week to get the different section. And this was finished by Priscilla of Stitching with the Housewives. She used the Stitching with the Housewives stripe fabric in red, and then the red buffalo plaid fabric, Priscilla's checks, and then these are the ribbons. So, oh, can't see them. And then this right here is a wood decor piece from Hobby Lobby. So this will be probably, you know, probably July, and I'll be stitching along with you, and we're going to release more details when it when the fabric does come in, but we're excited that we now have the thread pack. So that's super exciting, and that's something that's like free from us to you for being great customers. And the next thing is also our freebie for the year for Halloween. So this one we showed you a little bit earlier in the year. This is Haunted Halloween. And this, we're on release 2. So this was release 1, this is release 2, and the pattern is completely free. And so you just go to our website. Next week you'll get part 3, and then the week after you'll get part 4. The fabric that Cheryl stitched this on is Pistachio 14 count by Fiber on a Whim. We should have another shipment of that fabric soon. And then we have the thread pack. And the thread pack comes with a Fright Night Floss Biddies. Oh, and then Denise is stitching this one. And so this is where Denise is at. So then next week we'll show you, and she'll have that whole thing done. And so this is a great way to show you how you fill in. So she can just fill in the little after she does that. So really fun and cute. And Priscilla also finished this one. She used a Chelsea's checks here. Their brand new polka dot fabric that's coming out later in the fall here. This is their fabric. This is a tray from Hobby Lobby, and then this is just something from probably a little the floral section. So that is 4 new releases. And then this one I absolutely love. This is the June Stitch Quarterly. So now we're going to do the reveal. So if you're in the club, you have probably already received this. This was stitched by Denise, and we finished this one using Chelsea's checks and the aqua. And if you want to see what's in the Stitch Quarterly, I'm going to show you. And we do have some kits left over that you can order. And if you want to join the club, the next design that's going to come out is going to be a theme of fall. So when you get the Stitch Quarterly, you get it in a really cute bag. And then this is so awesome. We did a pressing mat, just 10 by 10. And it's from Cottage Garden Threads. And we sell these in bigger pieces. So you should try this if you're in the club. And if you like it, you can buy a bigger piece if you want. And of course, it always comes with a really cute needle minder. And so it's really cute. The fabric, and this is a custom fabric called Sea and Sand. And what I wanted to point out is in the pattern, there is a red line, and it will show you where to start your house and your borders so that your design will lay correctly on the sea and the sand. So you'll want to look for that red line on your pattern. And then we have the DMC floss. the pattern, of course. And then all the insert info. And this is great to keep so that if you ever can't remember what you got, or if you need details on it, or if you want to buy another one, it's got the name in it. So that's always great to keep. And then I have a tease for you for Stitch Quarterly that's going to be coming out in the fall. Okay, tell me this bag is not the best thing you've ever seen. I love it. It's so cute. I think it'd be so cute to like stitch these little squares in gingham. It's so cute. I love this bag. It's probably my favorite bag we've done yet. So that is a ton of new projects. I'm going to answer questions real quick. Will there be a DMC for Evergreen Mystery? Yes, we list the Evergreen thread. We're not doing a DMC thread pack, but we have it listed. For Evergreen, is everything a set or individually? So that one you buy the thread set separately, the pattern is free, and then the fabric separately. I want to stitch the chickens, but I'm not in the club. Can I catch up if I join the club? Yes, you could, and you could put a note and say, please send me previous patterns at club price in the notes. The cross stitch behind me on the left is Patchwork Summer from 2022. What count is the fabric for the C pattern? 14. Where is the best place to start the Stitch Quarterly? Okay, let me show you that. Let me kind of show you that in the pattern so that I can give you a, let me see the fabric without giving away the whole pattern. So you're gonna wanna, this pink arrow marks where to match up the sand and the sky. So you would start right here. And this black arrow is the center of your design. The red arrow is where you would start right here. I love the autumn bag. When is that coming out? That is coming out with Stitch Quarterly in the fall. So September. I love your shop. I'm wondering if you can recommend a good needle threader. Yes, I showed one yesterday. It's the Clover Green needle threader. So check out yesterday's Stitchy Talk, where I talk all about needles and the best thread. What is it called? Needle threader is in yesterday's video. Okay, so now we are in the middle of Red, White, and June. I hope all of you have been stitching along with me. I'm going to show you my progress so far, which is a ton. So from the Summer Memories book by Susan Aki, I stitched a couple pieces from that using the Summer Memories thread box. And so Susan Aki put together the Summer Memories thread box with Aurifil. I didn't change any colors, and I stitched these 3 different designs. So Cherry Seasons, Freedom Flowers, and Singing ABCs. And we're gonna finish these in pillows. And this is the Kimberly's Blue Gingham. We do have the 14 count in stock, and we did just this week receive the 28 count. So this is super exciting that I have those done from that book. And then also on that same fabric, I used the Little Stitch Girl Proud to Be an American, and I picked 3 designs from there. Okay, this one's USA. And then what I did is for the gray, basically I used the Summer Memories thread box, but I added 2600 gray and then 2130 yellow to add to the box. And those I just got off my shelf in my sewing room, so I didn't have to buy anything. And then this is the flag. And then 4th of July, same thing. I used the gray 2600 and the yellow 2130 to add to it. So those 6 are all done on the Kimberly's Blue Gingham 14 count. And they were all pretty easy, pretty quick. This one, I will say, it took me a little bit to figure out what colors to do. The gray and the yellow, I kind of tested a few, took it out. You know, it took me a while to get the colors right. From Stitching with the Housewives, USA jar came out, I think in 2022, but I had it kitted from last year and thought, oh, what better way to finish it? So I didn't make any color changes. I stitched on 14 count chalkboard black, and this one I'll probably send to Priscilla to finish. And I used all the called for floss. And then for the Star Spangled Ornaments, which is our booklet pattern, I have stitched some of the ornaments. So these are all stitched on 25 count pebble. I used called for classic color work, so there was a thread pack. And then these are the ones I've stitched so far. And we're gonna finish these, Denise and I are gonna finish these, or Denise is gonna finish them in these little tart tins. So I'm gonna finish them exactly the way that we did on the cover. And then I think we used two different tart tin packages for this. So, and then this is the Priscilla and Chelsea ribbon. So that's super exciting. Lots of stitching I got done. And then next week I'll show you even more progress. And then for Barnstar Sampler, which we started in January, this is a paid PDF. It's just one pattern, and each different page has the colors. So we've got January, February, so there's a different chart that you can print for each month, and it has the colors. So we're using the thread pack. This is May, and this is June. And so what I wanted to show you is these are Cheryl's finishes. So Denise finishes them for her. She stitched on the 25 count cloud with the DMC, and I haven't started May or June, but by the end of the month I should have May and June both done. And these, we have a video on how to do this on our channel. And this is it a video or? Video. Yeah, it's a video. And this is the Kimberly felt on the back. And this is, all the information's on the front of the pattern, but this is a painted frame that we sell, or hoop that we sell. So I just wanted to show you at least Cheryl's, but I am gonna be starting May probably today. And they don't take me very long, so I'll get caught up. For temperature cross stitch, I finished through Tuesday of this week. And so I finally got some pink in there. It's finally starting to get really hot in Texas, so I'm hoping that I get a big section here that ends up pink. So we'll see how that comes out. And when I was on vacation, I saw a really cute painting that I thought, oh, that would make a really cute temperature chart. So it's kind of have an idea for next year now. And this is just stitched with DMC thread pack and the Cloud 25 count Lugana. And then this is something I haven't shown you in a while. This is Welcome to the North Pole. I actually started this on Monday. Okay, so Welcome to the North Pole is a booklet that is by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It came out at Nashville Needlework Market. So we sell the pattern, and the fabric is light taupe 32 count Lugana. It's out of stock, but we do have some ordered. We have the brand new, just another Button Company thread pack that I'm going to talk about. Button pack, and then we have a thread pack. So basically, if you're going to do this, you need the fabric, the book, the thread pack, and the button pack. So what I wanted to let you know is Primrose Cottage Stitches released a video 3 weeks ago on the Primrose Cottage YouTube channel. The video is called Welcome to the North Pole Info. You want to watch that video because that tells you all the information, because they're hosting the sew along. So I finished mine. The only thing left, obviously you can tell I haven't finished my poles, but I went to bed at 11 o'clock and was like, you know, I think I should probably go to bed. But what I wanted to tell you was you want to watch that video. Also, if you go to the Facebook group, Primrose Cottage, they have a photo that they have pinned. I'm going to kind of talk through it a little bit. And they show you where all the buttons go. So for example, one of the buttons goes here on the train. The two birds, instead of stitching the birds, you would put the birds, and you can see the buttons on that image. There are two little, if you look on their image on the left, you see that these little square buttons go there. The top of the tree, you would put one of the yellows. The front of the train has a little, this little thing. So you'll want to look at both the video and you'll want to look at that picture, and maybe just take that picture and save it. Let me see the photo again. I'm trying to think of where this went. Oh, it goes right here. The little gift. So you'll just have to print that out, and that will, because the buttons are not in here. But the button placement is not in the chart because they came up with that after. I'm not changing any of the thread or anything. And it does take me a little bit longer to stitch just because it is on 28 count instead of 14. So what I did here is I kind of started at the top, filled in, and then I did the words, all the light blue, and then I just filled in the white last night, and then I'll just finish the poles today. And then I have a photo to show you that I saw yesterday by Angela Blaylock. She stitched hers on 14 count black fabric, and I found this, or Angelia Blaylock, I found this on the Primrose Cottage group. And I thought this looks really good in black. So if you like to stitch your Christmas on, when I saw it, I thought, oh, I should just stitch mine on black, but I'd already started. So there's lots of ideas. So I would recommend, if you're gonna participate in this stitch along, join the Primrose Cottage Facebook group, watch their YouTube for all the ideas. I'm just stitching along with them. And then for stitched finishes, I am gonna show you some things that I finished. So I feel like this was so long ago, but this is the Life in Full Bloom PDF that we did. It was a mystery. It's no longer a mystery. I stitched on pale gray gingham, called for classic colorworks, and I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this one yet. I did go to the framer. I did go to the framer, and I did take Celebrate the Seasons Year of Celebrations 2 by Hands on Design, and so I will show that to you when it's fully finished. I'm going to take this one next. This is Welcome, and I'm going to show it to you sideways because it's so ginormous. So I finished. This is the one that I had lost in the back of my car, but we found it. And so this one I'm going to take and get it framed in a really big frame. And then we did release the next one. It's called Summertime, and that one I'll start stitching later in the summer. And this is one where I just get it framed really big. I have a bunch of stuff that's going to be picked up for framing soon, so you'll get to see how that first one looks. Okay, so Cheryl has some things back from the framer. And we've shown this before. This is from the Land That I Love pattern by Teresa Kogut. It's a booklet. So we showed it to you as she was stitching it, and now it's fully finished and framed. She stitched 2 over 2 on 32 count Legacy Lugana by Picture This Plus. She used Called For Floss, which was a mix of DMC, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Works, and she had it framed at Hobby Lobby. And this there's 2 frames, so now you can really see the red in that internal frame. You can really see it right here. So that's the first one she had fully finished. The second one is Liberty Lodge. And this one she had framed at Artworks in Austin. And so this is a Plum Street sampler pattern. Stitched 2 over 2 on Historic Beige, dyed effect by Fabric Flair. Used Called For DMC, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Works, and she framed it at Artworks. And this one I really, really like this frame. I think I might have used it before. And then her whip for this week is Halloween and Hawk Run Hollow. And so she's on the very bottom part. And so it's got the little skeletons. So this is the one she stitched on. She stitches on the 13th and the 31st of each month. And so probably next time you see it, it'll probably be done. And she's going to frame it. And I do have some stuff to show you for her progress next week. For flash sale today, we have Geppettos from Little House Needleworks. It's a pattern. And then we have a fabric. So this is wood 14 count by Fabric Flair. So these are our flash sales for today, meaning they're on sale today. And then I'm going to show you the what's new, which is a ton of stuff because obviously I haven't been here for a while. So we have Strawberry Jam, which is a brand new paper pattern by Stitching with the Housewives. And these were pre-sold, so if you pre-bought them from us, they've already shipped. Adorables Patriotic Pair. And Santa's Candy Cane Lane. So each year they do a large Christmas. And so this is going to be their Christmas for 2023. And next week I will be showing you Jolly July. I'll be showing you Jolly July and what I've picked for Jolly July. Stars and Stripes Street 2 was last week, and Stars and Stripes Roundabouts was today. And then also, we received the monthly weigh-in enamel charm. So there is one charm that goes with that club. So if you want it, it's going to be an aqua. And the club is going to start, I believe, next month. So you'll want to grab this. It doesn't come with the club. It's just a separate item. So that came in, super excited. And next week, I'm going to be showing you what I picked for my fabric because I keep changing my mind. And I decided that I need to make some decisions this week and make my final decision on that. But this is so cute. Teresa Kogut had a new release. Rapid Growth. Sweet Land, Stitchy Bird, Wisdom, and then With Thy Hands has a couple of projects. Let me see if I can flip through it and show you. Show you any pages that have photos. And then we have some new With Thy Needle and Thread by Brenda Gervais. Sampler of the Season. Spring. Summer. Autumn. And winter. Big City Christmas Music Hall. So I think that's the last in the set, and then we're doing a set of 12, or 9. I think it's 9. From Pine Mountain Designs, this is their June pillow. It's called June Life is Just a Bowl of Cross Stitch. So it comes with 2 or 3 designs. The Coachman is the next in the Snowman series, so it's part 7. From the Heart by Wendy, Jobina's Little Sampler. So this one's really cute. I love the cherries. Shannon Christine has a lot of new patterns. She's got Farm Fresh Trees. Hello Summer 2. Ice Cream Shop, Fun in the Sun, and then this one is going to be really popular, Red, White, and Blue. Erin Elizabeth also has some new designs. Red, white, and blue sampler. And then Canadian sampler. Red, white, and blue smalls, and then red and white smalls. And then Canadian smalls. Independence Day. I'm not going to try to pronounce the designer. Lindy Stitches, we have red cheeked cordon bleu airmail number 2. And we ordered this back in March. This is called My Stitching Box by Cabran Mary Woods. And so this is a stitching box that it goes with a Jeanette Douglas pattern. You can take this in or out. And it's meant for you, so this is the back. And so what you would do is you would mount your cross stitch piece in here. And it's more of a, I mean, it's green, but it's more of a brown. To me, it's definitely much more brown than it's showing on.
It's probably because it's on the brown.
Oh, I guess it's because it's on the brown. But yes, it's definitely more brown than green. And then we have the new DMC package of needles. And so it comes with 3 sets of DMC 24. A DMC 26, 22, 18 to 22, and then these are embroidery needles. So it's just a pack of DMC needles, and it also does have this little magnet so that you could keep your needle on there if you wanted. And then the big trend recently has been these little mini hoops. And so we got some tall oval mini hoop embroidery pendant blanks. So you could frame maybe some of your small patriotics in here. Granny Smith 14 count has arrived from Fabric Flair. So this is the one that we had bought so that you could use it with the Stitching with the Housewives. The bee designs. And then I talked about the blue gingham coming in the, can I see the Ada? Mm-hmm. So this is the 28 count even weave that came in for the Kimberly's blue. And then I wanted to just show it to you next to the Ada because it is a slightly different because the printing looks different on Ada versus even weave. Okay, so I'm going to answer questions. If we join Stitch Quarterly today, would we still be able to receive June? You have to buy it separately. On Cheryl's Land That I Love, did she lace it or did Hobby Lobby lace it? I think Hobby Lobby did. What company or designer usually puts out color cross stitch patterns? So It's So Emma does, Fat Quarter Shop does, Priscilla and Chelsea do, Lori Holt does. If you click into the product on Fat Quarter Shop's website and scroll down, if it's in color, it will say pattern printed in color. If it's black and white, it just won't say anything. Karen asks about the jelly roll and the flash sale. We will look into that. Can somebody text somebody? Susan asks, what fabric am I stitching is she stitching Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow on? Oh, I forgot to say that, sorry. 1/1 on 20 count vintage country mocha using called for DMC. Can you buy just the pattern and fabric for the Sunshine Quarterly?
Yes.
Yes. When will and I don't think the pattern is out yet. The pattern will not be out until about 30 days from now. When will the tart tins for the Star Spangled Ornaments be back in stock? I didn't know they were out of stock. We'll have to give you an update on that next week. So I didn't know they were sold out. What size do you recommend cutting your fabric for the ornaments? So I think that Denise cut those at 5 inches. 9 inches. 9, sorry, 9. I obviously can't see. 9. Have I ever used metallics? They would be great for fireworks. I've tried it and I got frustrated. What sizes primrose are in the colorist the hoop frame? What size primrose are in colorist the hoop frame? Primrose colorist the hoop. I know what it is. Let me see that package of hoops. I think that's what she's asking. The oval hoops. I think they're in here. Sorry, I don't want to bend down on camera. I think they were in that.
Oh, they're here.
Sorry. I think this. So the hoops, 2.5 by 1.5. Kimberly asks, would you maybe consider changing the order of the FQS stitch-alongs to release part 2 at the bottom left of the patterns for each of those who like to start on the bottom left? No, we kind of have a system and we've kind of already written like the next 3 or 4, so I don't want to go backwards. Will the Summer Memories floss box be restocked? Yes, I ordered that a long time ago. I even checked yesterday to make sure none of my distributors had any, and I think they just have to make those manually, so it just takes longer. Do I do the loop method with Threadbox? I do the loop method with everything. What is the cross stitch behind me with the camper? That is snapshots July or June from Pine Mountain Designs. What size are the hoop frames for the barn star? Okay, that is on the front of the pattern, but I will read it to you. Model finished using 6.29 inch beechwood embroidery hoop by Nerge, and we stained using classic gray transparent water-based fast drying interior wood stain from Home Depot, and that is in a video. Bex would like to know about my vacation. Okay, so my vacation was good. It was, we went to the Bahamas and I would never go back because it was just too expensive. So I like to enjoy wine with my meal. Please don't judge me. But like, you know, I like to go to have a meal. I like to have a glass of wine. I had no wine on that trip because it was so expensive. I was like, I felt like I couldn't even really enjoy myself because everything was so expensive. It was just, I feel like if we would have gone well, Kevin and I both feel like if we had gone somewhere else and we could have done more, like we could have gone jet skiing or parasailing. It was just so expensive. It was just over the top. It was just too much. Like I would never go back. I loved it. It was pretty. Service was great. Food was great, but it was just too much. Like I don't know. It just felt overwhelming. Like we could have just gone to Florida or something and done like 10 times as many things and not taken forever. So I guess lesson learned. Because even when we came back, the kids were like, well, we wish we would have done more. And I'm like, well, that was just too expensive. So it was good, but I just didn't feel like we got to do as much as we could have, or like, I mean, what's a good steak meal without a glass of wine? I mean, I don't know. It's just not the same. Do you have any idea when Pistachio 14 count Ada will come in? So we ordered that a long time ago. The last update we have is June 23rd. So hopefully that's accurate. So guys, we're going to do a giveaway. So we're going to give away 3 of the Stitch Quarterlies. And what I want you to do is tell me, like, I want to know, like, when you thought about 2023 and you kind of planned your year, like, have you been able to stay on top of things? I will say I have been able to, but I am going to start cutting back because I got so overwhelmed in June and I had to work my entire vacation. So for what I pick for Jolly July will be kind of condensed because I need to like catch my breath. But let me know, have you been able to stay on top of your goals, or are you behind? Are you ahead? I'm just kind of curious. And Ashley's going to pick 3 winners. You have until Sunday, June 18th to enter, and she will announce the winners June 20th. So see you next week.